Hi everyone there at Beekeeping Basics. This is Jed Williams and I'm just doing a short video of my leafcutter bee operation. These particular blocks that you can see in these pallets have been stripped of their leafcutter bees. The blocks that are over here in these type stacks have been brought in from the field. They're set with a gap in them to dry. They're still strapped together with these straps, and in between the sets of blocks there's a plywood back and some felt, or just felt, and that acts as a back door, keeps parasites out, and also the strap gives the block something to hang from. These blocks on these pallets are yet to be processed. These ones are yet to be processed as well. You can see here where the leafcutter bees have filled the tunnels in the blocks with their cocoons, and it's been capped with leaf material. Over here is my workbench. The straps get cut off of these blocks like so, and then they get put into a bin like so. And then once they've been split apart, the cloth is stacked over on a pallet. The blocks like these are stacked onto this pallet. I made a plywood jig there to keep the pallets nice and square. The graffiti is 25 high, so 4 wide, makes 100 nesting boards or blocks to a pallet. You can see that this one's very full. Once the blocks have been split apart, they go through my bee punching machines. Often they're rolled through this roller first. That just loosens the leaf up on them. I'll put one through just for your observation. It's like this. Just roll this through. And over here is my bee stripping machines. There's 2 of them. They're called a pneumatic. I wouldn't say that they're fancy, but they do work. The 2 tubes at the bottom here in a V are the slippery slides where the bees fall out and go down into the basement of this old hall. This is a block that's set up ready to go. So on this, they roll down the rollers and into the machine. So I can process 4 at a time here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 at a time. It usually takes 3 people to keep up, so it's just me here today. Often I process about 1,000 blocks a day. The machine is electrically driven. It's called a pneumatic. So makes it, you can see in there's a bunch of pins, and they drive through the block. I'll just wheel it through here by hand. You can see that they pass through, they push the cocoons out of the block. So I'll just manually do it here. You can see that it will jump forward one, then go through again, pass through, block, and then it operates electric motor to a chain, and then there's a cam in there, and it pushes the punching head from side to side. like so. There's some little fingers just there, you can see, and they catch the block, part of the timing mechanism. And then around the front here, I'll just cruise around, and you can see that there's a little arm just here, and it grabs the block in the holes and it moves it forward. And then here's the other one over on this side. So these little fingers get into the block and drag it ahead. You'll see it operate here in a moment when I turn it on. It'll get a little bit noisy, but you can see it in action. So that's a half a block. Just over here on the discharge area, I've put a dust manifold, and on this side you can see that the dust would suck through here, and then it goes down through this manifold, down through this tube, and the dust gets sucked out through a vacuum fan and blown into a truck trailer. When the blocks are finished, they're stacked on an empty pallet here in the corner of the building. They also get tapped out on what we call a knocking table. It's got a ducting underneath, so it gets given a couple of good smacks and then stacked up. So another part of my operation that I wanted to explain was my machine called a rat trap. There was a couple of guys said that they sure liked the look of it when it was, there were some pictures done of it. So the block goes in like so. Then I'm doing it one-handed here. So then the corners get put in place. So, that one over here. Then the felt gets put in place. Again. Another block. Another corner. Sorry about the rudimentary videoing. So that goes in place like so. And then I'll just operate the lever. Best I plug it in. It's going to hiss. Just hold on a sec. And here we go. So it snaps it shut and holds everything in place. There. And if it's not quite right, you can undo it. Make sure that everything's all hunky-dory. and then put a strap on. So then the strap goes in through here, and then it should catch and work like so. And then the rat trap can be done. And then this pair can go on to be further banded because it's only a one-shot strapping machine. And the other thing that I wanted to show you guys was my two little cut down pieces of block here that's got bees in it. That one, and then this one that I would like to hopefully sell a few of for people to have in their backyard. So I hope you enjoyed my little video and find it informative and entertaining. Have a good day.